wish I was going to Parkway Drive. They're going to be in Salt Lake City at the Utah First Credit Union Amphitheater. Oh, what date is that? Oh, yeah, July 8th. I should know that because my friends are coming out to the area for the first time in 4 years, coming to see me hang out. We're going to do a whole lot in the span of like 4 days. They're coming out late July 2nd. They're going to stay with me throughout the entire time, and then July 7th is when they'll leave. But over the weekend after the 4th of July, we're going to be heading to Twin Falls, and we're going to be doing a little fun camping trip. I shouldn't even call it a camping trip. We're staying at a hotel. Never mind. We're going to be doing a fun little weekend getaway to Twin Falls, Idaho, out of all places. Going to do some kayaking and all that. That's what my friend Matt wanted to do. So, he likes to take over the entire itinerary and do what he wants to do. So I'm like, you know what? I'm down for it. Let's go. July 8th. I'm not feeling like after that trip, after that whole time with my friends, that I'm going to be able to afford a trip down to Salt Lake City to the Utah First Credit Union Amphitheater to go see Kill Switch Engage, Parkway Drive, so many other bands on that lineup. You can find that on our concert calendar at riverbendmediagroup.com/calendar. We're approaching the weekend. Don't forget, is it this Sunday that it is Mother's Day? Sunday, May 11th. I was looking here at this fine list of what not to get your mom for Mother's Day. The best thing to do is to give her a card and some flowers and say, hey, thank you so much, because moms are always my mom is the absolute best, the most selfless person. I hardly ever talk about her on the air because, one, she doesn't want me to talk about her. She's very allergic to the camera. She hates getting pictures taken, all of that stuff, and I wouldn't dare put her on the air like I do with my dad. My dad's the complete opposite. He likes to entertain. We'll have to have him in here when he decides to visit again. I don't think my mom's ever going to come out here. I don't think she wants to, or she just can't really move all that well like she used to. But she is one of the best people ever, and I couldn't get her a gift big enough every year for Mother's Day if I really tried to. But this list here of the worst Mother's Day gifts, the top 8, I mean, they're all pretty obvious, right? Weight loss products. Don't get your mom Ozempic this Mother's Day unless she's really asking for it. Like, she's like, oh, man, I wish I had that Ozempic. If she's saying that, you might as well get it for her. But be cautious with that type of thing. There's a lot of side effects I've seen from that Ozempic crap, like rotting bones and stuff. I'm like, I'm not putting that stuff in me. I need to lose weight, but I'll do so the old-fashioned way. Cleaning supplies. I feel like my mom would like that, though. My mom's thankful. I think I got my some of my traits from her. Most of my traits from her, I should say, because anytime I get a weird gift, I appreciate it. Like if someone handed me a Dollar Tree bottle of window cleaner, I would be, hey, thank you so much. I needed this and would actually use it. How to cook cookbook. Don't get your mom that. A self-help book she didn't ask for. I would say just avoid giving someone a self-help book overall. I got one year for Christmas. It's just been sitting on my bookshelf. It just sits there. I'm like, there's no way ever I'm going to read this. I might have to donate it at some time. Gift card to your favorite store, not her favorite store, your favorite store. Chocolates from another holiday. Gas station flowers. What gas station sells flowers? Are you talking about like the people on the corner that sometimes just, sell flowers there? Those are the flowers my dad gets my mom. She's perfectly happy. Last minute homemade coupon book. I feel like my mom would appreciate that too. Whatever it may be this Mother's Day, get your mom something nice. Feel free to get a hold of me. You can over at 208-535-1015. We'll continue Peach's Pit Party here in just a few on K-Bear 101. GoFundMe can do a whole lot of good for people, but not everyone asking for money is doing it for legitimate reasons. In fact, lots of people are asking for money for some pretty questionable things over on GoFundMe. I saw one here that was pretty honest. Booze and gas money requested $50. Buying Dave Grohl. Yes, that Dave Grohl, and they're requesting $35,000. And so far, they've raised $2,000. Who's donating to that campaign? Maybe there's some people with a whole lot of just like excess money. They're like, sure, let me donate to that campaign for the meme. A treadmill for someone who will die without one. His words, he said running in the winter was too dangerous. It is. I have to go to the gym and run on the treadmill at that time. I'm afraid because of my height that when my back foot is going to clip the end of the treadmill, and then I'm going to go falling, and then I'll never return to that gym ever again. Another campaign here, money for her sister's gap year, even though she does not know exactly what she needs it for yet. Okay. At least they're honest. Money for a woman who decided she didn't want to leave New York City after her vacation. Goal was $350. She got $400. A woman wants to move to LA and is asking for $3,000. Again, at least these people are honest, right? They're not saying it's for some like sick kid or something like that, and they end up taking the whole money. I remember when my friend Bobby and I, quite a long time ago, we decided to do a campaign to where we would try to sit courtside at an LA Clippers game. And we said we were setting our job money aside, but we love some extra help in doing so. No one ever donated to that campaign. My dad, actually, no, you know what? My dad did. He donated $20 and said, good luck. Peach's Pit Party on K-Bear 101. Now people are relying on AI to quit their job. This woman, she said she quit her job because ChatGPT told her to. She posted on Reddit about her toxic work environment. There's that key phrase, that buzz phrase everyone likes to use, where she was underpaid and underappreciated for years. The stress was affecting both her mental and physical health. One day after having yet another project dumped on her, she reached her limit. She says she was in the bathroom and decided to ask ChatGPT what she should do. And according to her post, here's what AI told her after she described her situation. Drop the project. Stop working. You've already exceeded your capacity, given explicit warnings, and been ignored. Continuing rewards their dysfunction and punishes your body. Let the consequences fall where they belong. Your health is not collateral for bad leadership. Walk away from the task now. Leave early. You've already worked through breaks and picked up extra tasks. Log your hours as full. Do not ask. Do not announce. Just go. She says something in her just clicked after that, and she packed up her stuff and left for good. I wonder what the update is on her. Is she going to use this as when she has to apply to another job? Be like, yeah, ChatGPT told me to leave my past position and now I'm here. I'm hoping she doesn't say that because, I mean, let's ask ChatGPT, should I quit my job as host of Peach's Pit Party in the afternoon on K-Bear 101? Let's just do it as simple as that, huh? See what it tells me. Searching the web. Okay. Waiting. Why is it searching the web? Just tell me something. Deciding whether to leave your role as host of Peach's Pit Party on K-Bear 101 is a significant decision that depends on various personal and professional factors. Oh my God, it includes a picture of me in this ChatGPT article. It must have pulled up an old interview that I did from years ago, back when I first started. Babyface Brendan here on the screen. Peach's Pit Party airs weekdays from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on K-Bear 101, Idaho's prominent rock station, is what it calls it. The show is known for its engaging and humorous content. Is it? Covering topics from music and pop culture to quirky news stories. Your unique voice and personality have cultivated a dedicated listener base. Yeah, what? 2 people? And one of them is like my mom? And the show's popularity is evident through its availability on platforms like Apple Podcasts and Amazon Music. Yeah, Peach's Pit Party is available everywhere. And I said my mom, I don't think my mom's listening. I think it's more so my dad. Maybe it's on in his computer at his trophy store. It's giving me reasons to stay, reasons to consider leaving, reflective questions. There you go. If you want to quit your job, have ChatGPT write your 2 weeks notice, or maybe just get up and leave a ChatGPT generated note. No, I'm kidding. Please don't do this. I do not want to be responsible for suggesting this even in the first place. Don't do this. Just, if you don't like your job, make your own decision. Alrighty, some good news here. I'm very happy to see this. Women attracted to bald beefcakes. According to a new survey, women are attracted to bald guys with big muscles. I got the bald head. That's about it. Take it or leave it. The survey found the number one trait that makes women attracted to you is a muscular physique. After that, a bald head is the next most desired feature in men, beating out dark, curly, and blonde-haired men. There we go. Despite all the time and money men spend on trying to regrow hair, the trend is definitely bald is beautiful. And this has to do with baldness being connected with positive traits like maturity, intelligence, honesty, and education. Look at that. A lack of hair is somehow connected to all of those. I'm bald, I'm dumb, but I'll pretend. I'll give off the look. I'll give off that certain look like I'm a scholar, right? And then they try talking to me, and then they go, okay, yeah, this guy's an idiot, and they run away. Pitchers in the Philadelphia Phillies bullpen have come up with a new game to play as they wait to get called into each night's contest. They look at the fans to the stands at Citizens Bank Park and write down a prediction for that game's attendance on the baseball in the early innings. Now, each guess is also marked with the jersey number of the player who made it. The pitcher who gets the closest figure to the actual attendance without going over gets to keep the baseball as a memento. I guess whatever keeps you entertained, right? In the world of transfer portals and NIL deals worth millions of dollars, it's almost refreshing to hear a story about a school being punished for poor academics. Akron football will be ineligible for the postseason in 2025 due to its academic progress report. The Zips had a multi-year score of 914, which measures a 4-year time frame and is below the required threshold of 930. Akron would be the first school to be banned from the postseason for academic reasons since Idaho in 2014. And while Akron might be banned from any bowls next season, it's highly unlikely they would qualify for one. They would qualify for one. They are 8-28 over the past 3 seasons and last played in a bowl game in 2017. What is this running news here? Faith Kipyegon currently holds the women's record, the world record, for the mile run at 4 minutes and 7.64 seconds. And this summer, she hopes to become the first woman in human history to run the mile in less than 4 minutes. The attempt is part of Nike's Breaking 4 campaign, and she'll run on June 26th in Paris. Something fun to look forward to for sure. What would it be like to run that fast? I would love to see, can someone strap a GoPro to her so I can see what that looks like? Because, I'll never get to that pace. I was that guy with a 12-minute mile back in middle school, and I'm still that way. At least I'm consistent, right? That does it for your Shot Clock Sports Update right here on K-Bear 101. With technology, with the power of AI is bringing back a voice from the past. Now, during the 1990s, announcer Jim Fagan narrated the promos for the NBA on NBC, covering such superstars as, Michael Jordan, Shaquille O'Neal, and Hakeem Olajuwon. Next season, NBC will once again be airing NBA games, and the network wants to celebrate those games with nostalgia. They brought back the original theme song, which I talked about, Round Ball Rock or Round All Rock. But unfortunately, Jim Fagan passed away in 2017, so NBC will use an AI-generated version of Fagan's voice to create modern promos with an old-time feel. Did they get permission from his family? I would assume so. Maybe not. Maybe we'll see, the son speak out, how dare you guys use my dad's voice in that type of fashion. The power of AI, man, it's scary. I was just talking to Josh and Victor a couple days ago about how people are now using AI to replicate somebody's voice and then use that on phone calls to start making decisions for them, which is pretty crazy, right? We're reaching that time where we're not going to believe anything at all. It's going to be weird. I can't believe I'm just talking about this on the show now. I saw the article. I even posted about it on K-Bear 101 Idaho Rock and Metal on Facebook, saying that I need to meet this dog. East Idaho News posted this article about how right here in the area, in Idaho Falls, there is the world's tallest dog. His name's Reginald. I mean, clearly he's a Great Dane. And I think they said he's about 3 foot 3 inches tall on all fours. And that's just his body. That's not his head. We need to get him into the studio here. We need to either go to Reginald and the owner, Sam. Sam, if you're tuning in right now, please, would love to meet this dog. I need to get a photo with Reginald for sure. But if anybody knows this owner who has Reginald, please reach out to her. I'm going to reach out to her on Facebook, see if we can see if I can somehow convince Jade to allow the world's tallest dog into the K-Bear studio. If you want to learn more about this article, you can go to eastidahonews.com. It's also available on their YouTube channel if you want to see Reginald move around and all that. That's the video I've been watching the past couple of minutes. Peach's Pit Party on K-Bear 101. For some reason, this is a debate going on online right now. Is taking your husband's last name after marriage an outdated tradition, with couples getting married later and women already established in their careers with their own last name? Does it make sense to change things? I mean, obviously, it's entirely up to you as a couple. But I'm thinking about my last name specifically, Peach, because there's still tons of people that even listen to me in the afternoon, hear me on the air, and they go, why do they call you Peaches? My last name's legitimately Peach, Brendan Peach. It's my real name. It's not a fake name in any way, shape, or form. No, I was born with a stage name. And you would think that would be like one of the most attractive last names to try to take, to try to marry me for, something like that. I remember growing up when I was like 13 and my last name was on my baseball uniform, and there was like moms going, oh, women are going to love his last name. Seeing Peach number 32 on the back of my jersey. But I was thinking about it. I mean, there is that hassle of all the paperwork and ID changes, and even voting can be more difficult if your married name doesn't match your registration, things like that. I mean, it is a hassle, but it's entirely up to you. I just saw this. I'm like, you know what? Sure, I'll talk about it. East Idaho News posted this article earlier today. I think I heard other DJs talking about this dangerous social media trend. I mean, if it's a social media trend, isn't it always dangerous? It's always going to be something dumb. I remember the Pass Out Challenge, the most famous one, the Tide Pod Challenge, where people were eating Tide Pods like they were gushers for some reason. The superintendent for Idaho Falls School District 91, he is encouraging parents to talk to their children about this trend where you try to intentionally light things on fire. Not in like, light a lighter or put a lighter to something, watch it go ablaze. No, some students across the country have been inserting metal or conductive items into the USB ports of Chromebooks and things like that to intentionally start a fire or cause damage. That was from an email to parents from the superintendent, Carla LaOrange. In extreme cases, this has resulted in devices catching fire and evacuations of entire school buildings. Something dumb. According to the release, any student who engages in this behavior could face the full cost of replacing the damaged school device, disciplinary action in accordance with school policies, possible criminal charges, including vandalism. If you want to look at this article, go to eastidahonews.com and don't be dumb. Don't follow those stupid trends on social media. I'm the guy who likes to have fun, but shoving a metal thing into a USB port, it could just result in terrible, terrible things. It's like putting a fork in an electrical outlet. Don't do that. Which one should I go for? Iguana Army or Nacho typical domestic dispute? Why not do both in two separate breaks? First, I'll start with this one. Reptile wranglers in Florida responded to a call from a homeowner who had a problem with iguanas burrowing holes in the yard. She had no idea how big her problem was. Wranglers got to the house and wound up finding nearly 100 iguana eggs on the property. Michael Ronquillo, owner of, is it Hurricane? No, Humane. Wow, my eyes are bad. Owner of Humane Iguana Control said we removed 98 eggs. 3 female iguanas had nested in burrows that were all interconnected, and each had laid her own clutch. He added that it was the most eggs that they've ever collected from a single property. Had the homeowner not called them, she would have eventually had an army of iguanas on her property. Imagine waking up to that. Sometimes Florida seems like the prettiest place to move to, but then you hear about the weather, you hear about iguanas falling from trees, iguanas potentially starting an army at your house. Florida people, and you're like, nah, you know what? Maybe it's not so great. All right, let's talk about this qualifier for what the headline. Again, in Florida, out of all places, no surprise there. A Florida woman was arrested for domestic battery after she allegedly attacked her wife with nachos and shoved cheese down the back of her leggings. That's right. Allison Swan, a nurse, got into an argument with her wife at 3 a.m. Swan was upset that her wife was eating nachos and made a comment about her weight. Uh-oh. The argument turned violent when Swan allegedly grabbed a handful of cheesy nachos and shoved them down the victim's pants. Swan then hooked her fingers into the wife's mouth like a fish hook and repeatedly slammed her head into the floor. Jeez. Someone's been having like a rough time being a nurse and all that. She's taking her frustrations out on her wife. Hey, you know what? You're getting fat. Stop eating the nachos. Grabs a handful, shoves them down her pants. A friend of the wife heard the commotion over an open phone line and called 911. Police arrived, and of course, Swan's like, I didn't do anything. She just fell. Denied any physical altercation, claimed her wife was drunk and covered herself in cheese. Officers, however, weren't buying it, placed her under arrest. She has been released on bond and ordered to have no contact with her wife. That lady's going to have a great story to tell for the rest of her life. Yeah, I almost got killed by my ex. She shoved cheese, nachos down my pants and proceeded to fish hook my mouth and beat me into the floor. I'll have to send this to Victor. I feel like he'll enjoy talking about this question on tomorrow's morning show if he decides to show up, if he's still okay after the encounter with the dentist from yesterday. Gamers, 30-plus years old. Are you kidding me? Anyway, the show's almost over. But what's something from back in your day that younger gamers today wouldn't understand? Cleaning the wheels for your mouse's balls. Someone said, man, out of context, that is weird. Yeah, no kidding. Getting demo discs in gaming magazines? That must have been like a little before my time. Or it might have been happening during my time. I just didn't know about it. Buying a game and basing that purchase pretty much entirely on the box art and description. Yeah, something that I used to do when I used to go to Blockbuster. Let's see the box art and go, man, that game looks cool. Ends up being complete garbage. We didn't have streamers and the wide availability of the internet to completely kill any discovery or secrets the game had, to the point insane rumors would start at school because no one could disprove it. I remember that. I'll have to say this. I'll put the share button. I'm going to email this to Victor right now. Thanks for listening to Peach's Pit Party, the podcast. If you enjoyed the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Peach's Pit Party is hosted by me, Peaches, a.k.a. Brendan Peach, and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com. Until next time, Peach out.